Hey everybody, theNightStar here. Getting ready to do another reaction to Season 7 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And as you can tell by the border all around the screen, that is exactly what this is. You may be wondering, where are all the rest of the episodes on this channel? For those people who may remember, before my hiatus quite a while ago, I was doing I did the Season 5 finale, I think it was, Twilight's Kingdom, and then I started to do the Season 6, and I got I don't remember how many episodes in, maybe only a very few, and Rainbow Rocks, and, you know, and the whole thing went by the wayside. So if you're going back through my channel, or if you're new, you know, going to see where all the other reactions to MLP are, they're not here. So I will be revisiting a lot of these episodes, I think, in reviews or just, you know, general commentaries over time, to go back and give my thoughts on all of those. But yeah, things happened. I went and watched Season 6 on my own, so that's what happened there. So, you know, that's why I'm going to try to do something about that, you know, get my thoughts, reviews of old episodes, things like that, like I just mentioned. But in the meantime, you know, I'm here for Season 7. I decided, now that I'm back doing, you know, reactions again, I might as well, you know, start doing this show again. So I hope to stay on this schedule and get all the Season 7 episodes done regularly, I hope. But for now, we're starting with this one. I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be splitting up the two premiere episodes for this season. This one and the next one. This one's called Celestial Advice, I think, and the next one's called All Bottled Up. So those are like two different ones. So both of those are going to be done as their own videos, I think, because I think it would be easier to produce it and get them up like that. I mean, I could do them all in one go, but nah, it's not like a two-parter. It's not, from what I've seen or from what I've heard, it's not a two-parter, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it go. But anyway, I've been rambling on long enough. It's been 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so let's just get to the episode. I've got it queued up right at the beginning, and gonna start right now. So, okay, Spike knocking on the door.
Hey, Spike, what's up?
Just wanted to make sure you're ready for
Glimmer.
the big ceremony today.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I still can't believe my friends and I are getting medals of honor.
That's
Are
happening?
you kidding? You totally deserve it. After
I
all,
think they've deserved it a long time ago,
Equestria
yes.
From Queen Chrysalis, with the help of Trixie and Thorax and Discord and...
Oh, these guys.
I
Okay,
know
not the
happened.
main
I was
6.
Kinda there.
For some
Right.
reason, I lost track.
So, what are you wearing?
Not sure. Why? Am I supposed to dress up?
No, I mean, you could. It's like Rarity always says.
Spike is
There's
nervous
no
about this
such
for some
thing
reason.
as overdressed, darling. You're just the best-looking pony
Spike
in the
doing
world.
a Rarity impression. I don't know about that.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, why is he so...
Because there
What?
was a spider there, but it's gone now. So, thanks, Starlight. Bye.
All right then, Spike.
She had no idea. We're a good team, Sparkle.
Sparkle. Yeah, we are. So, do you think she'll like it? I want this present to say, I'm so proud of you, both as a mentor and a friend. Equestria is safer thanks to you.
Oh, I thought you were getting her a mirror, like yours.
I am.
Maybe you should get her a card, because I don't think the mirror will say all that, but I think she'll like it.
It's just what her room needs. The first thing she'll see when she wakes up is herself surrounded by all her friends. I plan on giving it to her after the ceremony.
Yeah, about that. Don't you need to get the castle ready for the celebration?
Nah, Pinkie Pie's got that covered.
I'm sure she does. Another job well done. And here we go with the opening.
My little pony.
Do do. Do 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 do. Ba da 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 ba da da bow. Ba da ba ba da bow. Ba da ba da ba 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 da da down. Ba 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 da 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 down. Da 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 ba da da ba da ba. Little pony. That was dumb. I apologize. Oh, that looks like a new logo there. And by the way, you know, I think I've apologized. Well, last time I tried to sing something.
And Discord were brave in the face of
Anyway,
danger.
so, yep.
Resourceful when things got challenging, and proved that the bonds
Oh,
of
and
friendship,
changelings
no matter how
are here.
unlikely, are
Well, of course,
stronger
that makes
than any
sense, I guess.
adversity. By stopping Queen
So now
Chrysalis,
they're gonna be
not
like
only did
changeling
they save
citizens?
Equestria, they set the
What are they
changelings
called now? Are
free
they
from
still
her
called
reign.
changelings? Or are we gonna get a new name for them?
Discord!
Oh, and of course, Discord. Discord's
And that's
pretty
why
happy
we're
with
proud
his
and honored
rolling
to
things.
give them the equestrian pink hearts of courage.
That's good, Discord.
Yay! Oh, no, not quite. All right, there it is. Yay!
I would like
We
to
are
see how
so
that was
proud of
done.
you all.
I don't know, maybe put it on... Yeah, you know, I think you could have done it like on one horn, and then did the other horn.
It
It's...
was the great and
I'm gonna
powerful
get off that.
Pixie's pleasure
Oh, look at
to save you
Scootaloo
from
and
your
Dash
imminent
back there
doom.
talking. That's cute.
Yes, because you did it all by yourself.
I can't believe
I'm
you
sure she
managed to
could
do
have.
it without magic.
In a
It was
cave
amazing.
with a box
No
of
one ever
scraps.
stood up to
She's
Chrysalis
Trixie,
like
come
that.
on.
Oh, I just did what any pony would have done.
It's a wonderful feeling, isn't it? Watching your students shine the way you always knew they could.
Aw.
My cheeks are sore. I don't think I've ever smiled this much in my life.
I can only imagine what that feels like.
Celestia
Yes,
is awesome.
Starlight is Student of the Year, isn't she? She has so much potential. So, what are we going to do with her? And by we, I definitely mean you, being her mentor and all that. Her destiny falls squarely on your haunches.
Oh, don't you worry. I've planned enough friendship lessons to cover the next 3 years.
You know, I think Discord's like...
What's so funny?
Discord
Clearly,
likes
Starlight
being the
is beyond
devil's
basic
advocate
friendship
lately.
Lessons. She just won a
I've noticed
medal
that.
for Equestria's sake. I thought you were joking. You are joking, right?
Always gotta stir that pot, don't we,
Obviously,
Discord?
you
Just
should
stir
arrange
that
the
pot.
plan for her, the same way Celestia set you on a path that eventually made you a princess.
Yep.
Oh, good. I'm sure she can't wait to hear all about it.
Nervous. Twilight is
So,
nervous.
how's the whole ruling a kingdom thing going?
It's a bit overwhelming, but we're adjusting.
I'm sure it is.
So you can't have friendship without makeovers?
Not exactly.
But they're a good idea,
Starlight,
apparently.
Princess Twilight has something very important to tell us.
Well, I wouldn't
just
know.
you,
I don't
really,
think
but
I've ever
I'm nosy and I want to
Had
hear.
a makeover.
Okay.
But,
Would
you know.
excuse me? Never mind. What's going on?
There's something...
Twilight
I heard a
was
noise.
just about to reveal her grand
Well,
master
whatever.
plan for you.
Really? I was kind of wondering what we were gonna do
There's
next.
some noise, like
Yes,
something
I'd say
behind
we're
me
both
fell
very
over. I hope
interested.
something... Because I'm just sitting here
Of
looking at my
course you
TV,
are.
and I'm going to be
And
quiet
I do
now.
have a plan, obviously. But now is clearly not the time to do it. You should enjoy your party.
Starlight, come on! The Ponyville Chronicle wants to take our picture!
Ugh, you too, Discord.
Come on, Discord's very photogenic.
I see what you're doing.
You do?
You already planned the perfect moment during the party to make the grand announcement to every pony about your plan. Bravo, Twilight. I can't wait to tell Fluttershy and the others.
Discord, no!
Twilight, are you reading during a party? Again?
Oh, no, no, she's already good at that. She mastered this. She taught me about this one.
Wild guess. Something's wrong.
Spike, I'm a terrible mentor. Why didn't I come up with a path for Starlight? Princess Celestia had it all figured out
You're a
for me.
terrible mentor. Come on.
It.
She succeeded.
I had years worth of friendship lessons
But-
ready to go. But when we were captured by
This is
Chrysalis,
Twilight.
Starlight took charge and really stepped up. I don't think friendship lessons are enough for her anymore.
So you have an overachieving student. Sounds familiar.
I like that that
That's why I
Celestia
had
is
to
here
talk to you.
willing to help.
You of all ponies would know what to do. I mean, you were me and I was Starlight. But for now, I need you to pretend you're you and I'm me.
Huh?
Then
Go
who's
on.
Spike?
When I was your student and you were
I'm
in
just
this
kidding.
place, you... Oh no. You sent me to Ponyville.
Oh.
Which means it's time for me to send Starlight Glimmer away.
Oh.
I can't believe it. It really is time for Starlight to go, isn't it?
Only you can make that decision. It's a difficult one. but your
Everybody
heart
is
knows
different,
what's
though.
right, even as it hurts.
Where are you gonna send her? Too soon.
A little, Spike. A
This is
little. Just
something I
a
have to do.
tad. Just a bit.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Whatever Twilight's planning for Starlight is going to be so exciting.
Seems that
Why
way.
she didn't tell any of us about it.
Probably because you're not as close as you think you are.
Discord, come on.
Just kidding. She wanted it to be a
You
big
always gotta
surprise.
stir that pot.
She's getting ready to make a big announcement.
That's just his nature, I guess. Just gotta stir the pot.
That's surprising. Usually you tell your party planner about all your plans for your party. Well, she definitely has one. I mean, when has Twilight not had a plan?
Gosh, I don't know. I just
That's-
went into the wrong place.
You know, that's a good question. I was just thinking about that question, trying to go back in my memory.
To revolutionize their society. Maybe I can send her there.
Oh, this is not good. I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay.
Cool
Okay,
step.
so
If Starlight goes to the Changeling Hive,
so they all
she can
have
help them adjust
astral.
to their new way of
She
life.
has astral projection now. Okay.
Friendship 101. Thorax and I are going to show you how to compromise.
I want to have honeysuckle nectar for lunch.
I would like a sandwich. Oh no, what should we do?
Nice acting there.
The winner gets to choose!
Or Thorax and I can talk about it and come up with a solution that works for every pony.
Starlight, how do you feel about honeysuckle and peanut butter sandwiches?
Why, that sounds delicious.
Compromise.
Well, I guess.
This doesn't seem like something Starlight and Thorax would do.
This is Twilight's fantasy, Spike. There is no wrong way to fantasize.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glimmer is a most
Well,
apt
good
adverse
to know
likeness to
Celestia
Polly.
doesn't kink shame.
Yep.
So,
Definitely a Twilight fantasy.
that's
This seems
good to
like
know.
A lovely path for Starlight. The
Hey,
changelings have
Celestia
so
being
much to learn
open-minded
about
like
how to
that
enjoy love
is better
and
than some
friendships.
rulers I can mention.
Starlight would be busy for a very long time, but her work there would be very rewarding.
Or dangerous. It would only take one changeling to deviate from the pack.
Oh, what's this now?
Hi, I'm Starlight Glimmer. What's your name?
Cornicle?
What kind of name is that? Oh, your wings are so
I don't think this would necessarily happen.
see-through. I'm so glad I'm a pony. Are you like bugs or what?
Twilight, why is this gotta be a thing you have to imagine? I mean, yeah, this seems bad, but can't this be a bridge you cross when you get to it?
But it could. I can't just send her off
Well,
to
a lot of
Celestia
things
knows where
could,
without
Twilight.
thinking
A
it
lot of
through.
things could happen.
I was not aware that I was an expression. An appropriate one, of course, for even I don't know the answer. This is a momentous decision. You must consider all the possibilities.
Rethink, rethink, rethink. What about
I
the
like
dragons?
this.
I can send Starlight to the Dragonlands. She and Ember would totally hit it off.
know, it's good that you're thinking about all this, thinking ahead, Twilight, but I know Twilight overthinks things.
Dragon stuff? Aw, totally.
Okay, that
Wait.
doesn't sound anything like
Yeah.
Ember or Starlight.
Who knows what their dynamic would be, Spike?
Wow, I can't argue with that, you know? Some people together are different than they are apart, so I wanted to argue with that, but I can't. Wow.
Starlight will love it in the Dragonlands. In her
Twilight's
words,
ability to
Ember's the
overthink
dragons
is
do a lot of
truly
fun
something
things.
special.
The fires, the Dragon
For
Ball,
better or for worse.
Coachella. Starlight could be there for a really long time. But then again, not all dragons like ponies as much as Ember does.
Well, yeah, most of them are
Twinkle
terrible,
Star.
and
It's
speaking of
Starlight
terrible
Glimmer.
dragons,
Star, Light, Star?
Starlight, Glimmer.
Yeah, whatever. You want to hang with us?
What are we diving into?
Lava!
What?
Twilight, this is crazy.
I noticed we didn't get to see that.
Starlight's really good with magic. She could just stop herself from falling into a pit
Why
of
would
lava.
anyone ever want to think
she
about
didn't
Garble if they
realize
didn't
it was
have to?
happening.
That's what I'm
You
wondering.
just never know, Spike. I just need to think
Little
of
joke.
someplace safe to send her. Someplace safe, someplace safe, someplace safe. I could send her to the Crystal Empire to continue her magical studies with Sunburst.
She seems very overprotective. But, you know, in a good way.
Perfect. Sunburst's knowledge of magic is only matched by Starlight's abilities.
I like these possible
got it.
ideas, though.
Try placing your horn directly on the potion and picture the clock you wish to make.
Alright. How's she gonna imagine this one?
They could challenge each other into becoming the most talented unicorns Equestria's ever seen.
We did it! Quick, what's next?
Of course, the study of magic is a lifelong pursuit, and
I was
Starlight
just
can be
thinking,
there for
you know,
a
I
while,
just
especially
realized
once they
something. I'm
start
sorry from
doing really
detracting from the
complicated
episode
stuff.
right now, but this just hit my mind.
3, 2,
And yes, I'm paying
1.
attention. I'm
What
just
if they
saying.
become too ambitious?
This is like what happened in Amending Fences.
To combine Star Swirl's
What I mean by that
operation
is
spell with
Twilight
spaceship
did the
practices.
same
But what would happen if we added scenarios
fantasy
to
projection
objectives?
thing.
If we do it just right, it should allow us to materialize an object that was lost in the past.
Man, Twilight is like really meticulously predicting all these variables, and I don't know if that's accurate. I mean, so many things could happen. Oh,
Twilight, snap out of it!
that would be pretty horrifying, I would say.
Easy, Twilight. It didn't happen.
But it could. I just don't think I can send her anywhere. What am I gonna do?
Wow.
Are you laughing at me?
Oh, wow, Celestia. That's...
Can't believe you're laughing at me.
Oh, Twilight, I'm not. I'm laughing because I had the exact same fears you're having.
What?
Let me tell you a story.
That was pretty awesome, actually. I
There
like
was a
that.
very bright young filly.
That really threw me off.
Truly one of my best students.
Are you talking about Twilight? I can't see what you're thinking about.
Yes, Spike.
Oh, yes. Oh,
I was constantly surprised and impressed with her discoveries.
nice throwback. Speaking of that episode,
But
As I was
noticed that her
earlier, that
pursuit of
means.
academia was preventing her from reaching her full potential.
You mean it was keeping her isolated and alone?
Yes, Spike. I had a decision to make. Oh, but it wasn't
Celestia
easy.
seems to have a good wealth of personality in this
Maybe I
episode.
could close
It's
the
the
library
little
or
things
throw a party in the castle.
that make her really
She'd
good in
have
this
to talk to the other
episode.
fillies then. Oh. I must send her away. I knew there was a special group
Oh.
of fillies in Ponyville, but I kept inventing all kinds of reasons why I shouldn't send you.
Oh, wow. This is like a little
What if she
prequel
runs into
then
a
we're getting
mentor?
into here.
Or what if she gets pulled into Tartarus? Or worst of all, what if she doesn't get along with any pony?
Are we supposed to say something?
I don't think so.
I really like
Kept
this right
doing
here.
Canterlot longer than I should have. Eventually, I
Wow.
realized all the anxiety I felt was because I didn't want you to go.
Really?
I love.
It's retroactive, sure, but we are putting a lot more personality into Celestia here, and I love that.
To admit it, but I was afraid if you made friends, you wouldn't need me anymore.
Princess Celestia, that is so not true. I will always need you.
I think Starlight Glimmer might feel the same way about you, if that is what you're afraid of.
Maybe it is, just a little.
Oh, it definitely is. Like a lot.
Here we are after all these years, Twilight. We are living proof that letting someone spread their wings doesn't mean you no longer have a place in their lives.
Thank you.
And if you're still worried, you can always make her write you letters.
So is that what that was, too? Maybe at least a little bit, I'm sure. This is really good, though.
I may have let it slip that you'd be unveiling your big plan
Oh.
for Starlight tonight.
Yes, of
Silly
course you
me.
did.
But we're all very excited to hear what you've cooked up. You weren't coming up with a plan just now, were you? Oh dear, this could be pretty embarrassing for you.
Gee, thanks, Discord.
Anytime. I really do love being helpful.
If I could have
I
everybody's
suppose
attention,
Discord's always gonna be
as
a
you
little
all
bit of
know,
a jerk.
Starlight Glimmer's been my pupil for a while now, and I'd hoped she'd be my pupil for a long time yet to come. But it turns out that's just not meant to be. Starlight, you have proved yourself to be a kind, loyal, strong, honest, and truly magical friend. Just looking around this room at all the new friendships you've made, I know there's nothing more I need to teach you. So we have a second reason to celebrate today. 3 cheers for Starlight Glimmer on her graduation day.
She looks a little nervous by this.
Your future's in your own hooves now.
Wow, I was not expecting this.
Darn it. I was hoping
was
you'd
pretty
send
cute
her to
with
my
Trixie.
realm. We could have been roomies. Way to not pick up what I was putting down.
Discord.
Celebrate girls' trip to Las Vegas.
Oh
We can
man.
throw you a changeling Gorb Fest. It's more fun than it sounds.
Or we could go cause a little mischief. I know a trick that'll turn Celestia's castle into cheese. Do you think it's a good idea? That's just the first of many cheese jokes if we go down this path.
There are many
All
cheese
sounds
jokes to choose
wonderful.
from.
But, give me a minute, would ya?
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So, how do you feel?
Happy, surprised, overwhelmed. I mean, not that I'm not grateful, but
I can understand
Are you
that.
sure?
That's a pretty
Believe me, I've thought
pretty
long and hard
relatable
about
feeling to
this.
have.
of course you did.
Starlight, trust me. You're ready.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
What are you talking about?
I'm not ready to leave.
Oh, good, because I'm not ready for that either. Here, I got you this
Oh,
present.
good. They've made the decision together.
It was going to be a congrats on getting a Medal of Honor present, but then I was afraid it would have to be a going away present, but now it's I couldn't be happier stay present. It fits perfectly
It's
on
just
your
a
dress
wonderful
shirt. I
present
know,
either
I
way,
measured.
Twilight.
Thank
A very
you.
nice gesture
I may not know
and
what comes
very
next for you,
adorable.
but whatever it is, I promise I'll always be there for you. Oh.
That was really nice. I enjoyed that. What's this now? Okay, that was a nice little button to put on the end there. Well, that was cool. It was a very simple kind of episode, but still a very nice and effective episode. There were definitely some things in that. It went a little quick. I mean, I don't think I like... That was kind of quick, or it went by rather quickly for me to process everything. Oh, and it's starting over. I need to stop the video. Okay, I need to turn off the repeat function. All right. Well, you guys won't have seen that. I'll have edited that in a way that, that won't be apparent. But anyway, so yeah, my thoughts on this episode. That was good. It was a very simple kind of episode. No earth-shattering two-parter, which I kind of like. We don't always need something like that. It doesn't always have to happen. But, yeah, this was just an episode about, I think this was more about, like, Twilight, kind of realizing what she needed to do. The funny thing is, as a mentor, as a teacher, as someone who takes care of somebody, or is in charge of, like, guiding somebody, these are all valid concerns, and it's very difficult to know what to do when you've really grown attached to someone. And I think this lesson could apply a lot to this lesson could apply to a lot of different kinds of people. It could apply to teachers, educators, people who like very much care about their students, which from my experience is a very big rarity, no pun intended, a big rarity in schools. But I get the point, when there's like a protege, student, teacher or instructor kind of relationship, when they're ready to go off into the world and apply what they've learned, you spent a lot of time and investment in that and a lot of care because you've gotten to know that person quite a bit. So I can totally understand what Twilight was feeling. And she didn't go too neurotic. She didn't go like, crazy with worry. Now, we've seen in the past that Twilight will go like absolutely crazy with worry, causing her to, think of a lot of ridiculous scenarios. And she kind of did that here, but it was very toned down because I feel like I got the feeling that she applied what she's learned up till now in this, but she was still kind of worried about what to do with Starlight Glimmer after that. But I'm really glad that this played out the way it did and that this was a very mature kind of lesson. I mean, it could even apply to somebody like if you're a babysitter and you've spent a lot of time, babysitting a kid over the years and they've grown up, or, this could apply to so many people, teachers, babysitters, parents, or it could just apply to someone like, your younger sibling, an older sibling's attachment to a younger sibling could also, be something similar in this episode. So I feel like this is a relatable lesson and a very good one. And now, character-wise, as for what it means to the series, I got into that a little bit just now. And yeah, there's a lot going on there. As for what this means between, all the main cast and everything, generally I just liked where that was going. That was a very sweet episode. And lastly, I think I also want to touch on Celestia's role in this episode. That was amazing. I was a little bit unsure in that position where Celestia was laughing too, because like Twilight, I didn't really know what she was laughing about at first. I mean, I should have figured, but it turns out that she's not laughing at Twilight. She was pretty much laughing about the situation, about like you remind me so much of me. And I definitely get that feeling that Celestia definitely had that feeling. It's really amazing that Twilight has come this far and that we've seen like the relationships in this show get to this point through so much character development over time that, we've now gotten from where we were when the show started up to now. And this episode also did a little bit of prequelization, if that's even a word. I just kind of made that up. Going back to the original episode, like a little bit before that, around the amending fences area of the flashbacks in that one, giving a little bit more weight to that episode as well. I mean, I just love that there's like this crafted timeline of things that you can definitely like, piece together. And I love when episodes like this go back a little bit and show part of the past, because it makes like the whole adventure throughout the whole thing just have more weight to it. And this is definitely what separates, this incarnation of the series from a lot of other cartoons in the time that the original G1 was made, definitely. In that we have like a continuity that's this strong and this character focused. But also to add to that, Celestia had a lot of personality added to her here, and I was really happy to see that. While I know that there are some people whom I know of who still want to see a Celestia focused episode. I don't think this was exactly that, but this may be about as close to that sort of thing as one is going to get when it comes down to that. But still, Celestia was really given a lot in this one. A lot of they went by kind of quick, but there are definitely some very intricate Celestia character moments in there that you could flesh out and look for. So that, I just really like this. I like all the characters involved, and I like the fact that that they weren't really, because when I was watching this, or when I was looking for the episodes to get for this reaction, I will say that I happened to see a spoiler that basically said, Starlight Glimmer decides to stay. And I was initially really kind of a little peeved about that at first, because I thought that would ruin the whole episode for me when I saw that. But it turns out it's not as big a spoiler as I thought, because they didn't put that much importance on that. And I don't know if it was just a spoiler that I got or not, but I like that they didn't focus too much on that. Like, they didn't over-dramatize this will she or won't she leave kind of thing, which I'm really relieved that it was more like an episode about, Twilight worrying about, her student that she cares very much about and what's going to happen now. And I think there's like a period in everybody's life when they reach like, a point in their lives, or, a point in, their friends' lives, them with their friends. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm rambling here, but I'm trying to connect my thoughts on this. I think there's a period in every person's life when they don't know exactly what the future is going to hold, and the future is a little bit scary, especially when it's like so unwritten and there are like so many variables that could go wrong. So I also like that it addressed that kind of thing. But it set in stone a very specific kind of tone, I think, for this relationship that I think we'll be able to see spread out through the rest of the series. And I like that they address this, because I can see this being really important later on. But anyway, so that's just my thoughts about this episode and how it really made me think, and how it, I don't know if my reaction was the best, because I don't know if I reacted to everything that I necessarily wanted to when I first saw it, when it first happened. Because it was kind of a quick episode, but it was still a really good episode. So that's been me, talking. This video's going on for about 34 minutes now, so I should probably wrap this up. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one, and I look forward to getting to the next one, which I'm going to be doing about right now. So it will probably go up very soon after this one. So yeah, I enjoyed that, and it's on to the next episode. Good episode. So I'll see y'all there. And now it's starting to rain outside. That has nothing to do with anything. See y'all there, guys.